in Reykjavik. It's Iceland against Bulgaria. It's Group F, round 1 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup, the qualifiers. And after the last few years of great progress, Iceland looking to maintain their status as one of the most exciting stories in FIBA basketball. Here's the schedule of games in this first competition window, and the Czech Republic ended 2-0, having beaten Finland in Finland this evening. So one of these two teams, Iceland or Bulgaria, will join Finland on a 1-1 record as the first window draws to a close. Here's the current Group F table. The Czech Republic sitting proudly with the O in the loss column. And one of these two teams, Bulgaria or Iceland, will go joint second in this group. Well, the sporting landscape of Iceland over the last few years has changed dramatically. Their soccer team being so successful, their basketball team making Eurobaskets in two successive occasions. So the expectation that goes with that, and that puts pressure. And then the opening day loss, where they lost by 20 away to the Czech Republic, who obviously got a good thing going, having gone 2-0. Puts a little bit more pressure on the home team.
Let's start with Team Bulgaria.
And now we're going to get into the individual player introductions.
Number 10, Pavel Marinov. Number 12, Alexander Georgiev. Number 13, Asen Velikov. Number 15,
Pavel Marinov, number 10, 15 in the loss to Finland. In fact, 3 guys got into double figures. They didn't get enough support across the roster as they lost also by 2 at home to Finland. And dropping a home game is never a great situation to get into opening game, but a tough and a close one.
Number 34, Dimitrov. Number 21, Alexander Bezenkov.
Alexander Bezenkov, Barcelona power forward, 16 in the loss with Finland. This team, the home team being introduced. So the expectation has been risen. They are very, very successful last few years. Qualified for Eurobasket in 2015, along with Bosnia out of group, which left Great Britain as the non-qualifier, and then repeated that for 2017 and we're in the Finland group, and the atmosphere in those games was just unbelievable. So now, in front of the home fans, they're going to look to get their World Cup qualifying campaign off and running with a win, so they end up this competition window with the 1-1 record and still in great shape for qualification. Nice touch with the kids, being part of this event. And now we'll have the national anthems of both countries, starting with the national anthem of Bulgaria.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthems. We start with the anthem of Bulgaria.
and now the national anthem of Iceland. Well, it doesn't matter your country, doesn't matter if it's your national anthem or not. Those national anthems in these environments always feel great, always create a great situation. Here are the third team on the floor, the referees from Croatia and Spain and Latvia, Vojk, Kostillo and Kozlovskis. And this third team to control, manage, and we never have to mention them again. We'll look at the two rosters in a moment. What a great moment for those kids to be out there with the national anthems, in front of their friends and their family, part of the national team event. Just a great moment. Here's the Bulgarian roster. Odinai Avramov, now 27 years old, talked about as one of the up-and-coming stars of European basketball. He's done a really nice job on this national team. Here's the starting lineup for Bulgaria with Marinov, Kostov, Mangalov, Marinov, and Veshenko. It's great to see Veshenko in these World Cup qualifying games. The 2'6" power forward from Club Barcelona in the ACB in Spain. Look at this Icelandic roster. Had real issues, this roster, stopping the Czech Republic scoring. 65% the Czech Republic knocked down against Craig Pedersen's team. Here's the starting lineup. Hermansson was just immense in the loss against the Czech Republic with 29 points. Just did a marvelous job. He needs support across the roster if they're going to get the home win. But it's set up nicely. Home win, that's the place to get yourself back on track after an opening night loss. So they return to Reykjavik. It's pretty cold outside up here in Iceland at the moment, -7. But on the inside here, I'm sure it's going to get a lot warmer than that. And let's be sure to see how this team responds to the opening night loss.
Here are the starting five for the two teams. For Bulgaria, number 10, Pavel Marinov, number 16, Nikolai Mangalov, number 20, Shavdar Kostov, number 23, Stanimir Marinov, and number 41, Alexander Vesenkov. For Iceland, nummer 1, Martin Hermansson, nummer 6, Jakob Örn Sigurðarson, nummer 8, Hlynur Bæringsson, nummer 24, Haukur Helgi Pálsson, and number 34, Tryggvi Snær Hlynarson.
Well, Bulgaria have a lot of talent that Craig Pedersen is going to have to come up with options against. They're very good going to the hoop, good on the inside. This Icelandic team is going to rely heavily on Hermansson scoring, the Chalon point guard who plays in Pro A in France. Hermansson, 29 points, 15 from 15 from the three throw line, 7 from 11 from 2. Excuse me, he's not the three-point threat that you know, perhaps he would like to be, but he does a great job at the point for this Icelandic team. So wherever you're joining us from, welcome to Reykjavik, Iceland in the white uniform, Bulgaria on the road. Both teams looking to get their World Cup qualifying campaign's first win. So Bulgaria in red, Iceland in white. We're just about ready to throw it up. And we're underway, and Iceland will get a first look at the half court. Sigurdsson gets it to Hermansen, does the thing. Oh, well, he's starting where he left off. Catches it inside just inside the arc. Just squared up, knocked it down. Didn't take him long to get back into the same rhythm. Screen for screener action. An offensive foul. And Hermansen did a nice job hitting the deck. Bulgaria showed a little bit of full court pressure. More to slow down than to generate. Nice cut. Oh, the back cut was well executed. The pass wasn't quite where it needed to be. Well, Paulson made the back cut. Was open, but he just couldn't find him. Marinov gets it into the half court. Rostov moves it on. Marinov gets it back. Nice slip. Marston inside. Great rotation defensively. Going to have a held basketball, but Paulson took it away as an option. A good slip in the first instance by Vengelov. 2'12" center, and there you see 3 white shirts. Pass has almost got to be shot as opposed to like lob. The lob gave the defense the chance. 7 seconds on the possession. Bulgaria had the possession arrow. Didn't need anything. Chance to run again. Iceland have numbers. Sigurdsson. Ball's reversed. And Son, who didn't play in the opening game. Beautiful. Martin Hermansen. Instant offense. Kisses it off the glass. Oh no, this is blocked. This is my house. And then Sun just said, no way. Get out of here. Bulgaria still have the possession. 12 on the possession. Marinov turns the corner. Needs a pass. Goes to the left hand. Nice finish. Vengelov. Footwork for the big man. Whistle on the play.
Foul number 10, Pavel Marinov.
Nice pass, nice cut. Give and go action out of bounds. Paulson made the strong cut. Nice pass from Hilansson, led into the hoop. Rostov picks up the personal. Good with the second. Nice start by the home team. A lot of action going to the ring, relying on the jump shot. Oh, stop and pull up, tough looking shot, but didn't get the drop. Pavel Marinov. Well, Paulson saw the pass, always put too much on it. Just needed to drop it inside. And Iceland would have, well, just lobbed it to the big man. Rostov with a three is short. Offensive rebound should be and is. Well, it was controlled because it came off of Paulsen. Bulgaria retained possession. Now we're like 2.5 minutes into the game, and Alexander Vezinkov has not touched the basketball. He has now out of bounds, first touch. Marinov. Nice move to the far side of the ring, gets the two. And then Marinov's got the unenviable task of trying to guard Hermansen. Paulsen on the wing. Goes inside, drops it inside to Hermansen. Skips. The three is gone. It just knocked down. Beautiful execution in the half court. Sigurdsson gets his feet set. And Jakob Sigurdsson. Nice stroke. Smallish but noisy crowd. Marinchov, Pence, Vezinkov with the three is good. Nice little give and go, and the Bulgarian Nash defense is just not coping with the pass penetration at all. Inside-outside penetration, offensive foul. It looked like it was going to be an offensive foul all the way through the drive because Pavel Marinov, 2-meter forward, never really looked to have the control on it. Good stand by Paulsen. Marinov will sit.
Number 22, Pavel Ivanov.
So Pavel Ivanov, number 22, steps in. You've got that feel of both teams feeling each other out a little bit. Couple of days to prepare from the first game. Paulsen with a little float is no good. Chance to run. Bulgaria have numbers here. They could make this 5-on-4. Rostov is fouled as he looked to break the defense down. Shavdar Krostov. Strangely quiet atmosphere here for an Iceland game. Only the passion of the crowd comes through. Again, that footwork. Oh, nice block. Lanson didn't take the foot fake this time. Stayed on that free foot. There's the free foot. Watch it. There's that right foot. And he stayed exactly where he needed to be. Was not going to get beaten by that free foot. Rostov thinks about the quick three. Takes the two off the dribble. Off the glass. The banks are open late here in Reykjavik. Lanson gives it up. Oh. Well, Hermansen didn't shoot the three ball particularly well in the loss to the Czech Republic. Stroked it beautifully there. He's instant offense at the moment. Takes off the dribble. Doesn't get the drop. And they're going to count it because he played with the net. Ivanov's penetration against the big. After Hilansson had switched, broke it down because the defense played with the net. Hermansen. And he's just a handful. Nice pass. Open three. Ball's kept alive. That ball will belong to Bulgaria.
Skifting till Iceland and now Kevin Legman Mathieu. Tony Jonsson.
Oh, nice move to the hoop. It's challenged, though. And that Son really has made his presence felt underneath. Really challenged that shot well. Hermansson backs it out, wants a little space. That goes inside. Brinson has to back in. Has to step through that second move. No space to play. Gets his own rebound far side of the ring and follows with good effect for two. Iceland really will always play with that intensity. Always play hard. Nice action. Vezenkov puts it on the floor. Has to back away. Steps back for the three. Chance to run. Sigurdsson picks it up. Ball still belongs to Iceland.
Substitution Bulgaria on number 8. Boydar Avramov.
Boydar Avramov checks in for Stenmar Malinov. Anson puts it on the floor, needs a pass, just about finds one. They're going to save it. Out of bounds, though. Gustav Cox comes in. Lanson, that's a good start to the game for the big. Really did a nice job protecting the middle. Offensively was involved. Even off. You're going to get the switch and then attack the mismatch. That's travel. Change the pivot foot. Hermansson, who's going to be playing a lot of minutes tonight. Also, catch and release, and just fills it up from deep. Great rhythm on it. Ukar Poulsen. And Iceland 3 from 4 from the three-point land. All off good execution. Timing of the pass is very good. Krestov hasn't knocked away. Poulsen involved everywhere. Hermansson. We've got a little too relaxed on that play, should we say.
Substitution Bulgaria on number 12, Iceland and Bulgaria, and number 24, Martin Marinov. And the Iceland and Bulgaria, David Parisson. Mitla foul on number 8, Boydar Avramov.
Avramov, no need to leave those arms in. Bulgaria already in the penalty. That'll send Poulsen to the free-throw line. Nice start by the home team. 17-11, 2:43 to go in the first. Really nice rhythm. Bulgaria are going to have to take them out of this rhythm. Penetration and movement. The ball doesn't get stuck. Really does give the defense a real decision to make about what to guard. Avramov moves it on. Seven on the possession. Aronov again puts it on the floor, steps back, takes the tough long two. Again, the ball never got below the foul line extended. Never had to turn the defense. Hermansson drops it inside. Cox gets it back to him. Floor's open on this side of the floor. Poulsen for three is off. Avramov looks at his options. Decides he doesn't want to go anywhere, then looks to get it back. Guarded by Cox. Avramov with a soft hands off the glass for two. Quick hands, Just about recovered. Who's coming down with it? Just about. Hermansson throws it up at the end of the shot clock. Chance to run here. Bulgaria. Avramov needs to hit the trailer. Great hands by Cox. Nowhere to go. Like just about. It's a bit scrappy, but who cares if you're Hermansson and one. Not the prettiest play you'll ever see, but who cares if you're an Icelandic fan? They lead it 20-13 with 1:13 to go. And that's the end of, well, quite possibly the messiest 30 seconds we've seen so far. Marinov picks up his first foul. And Hermansson. Already has 15 of the 21 Icelandic points. It's not hard to know where Iceland are going to go for the majority of the time tonight. Bulgaria's just got to find a way to take them out of it. Picks it up, nowhere to go, needs a pass, and then Paulsen just wanted too much. He had him on the sideline with nowhere to go. It's everybody else's job to steal it. Do not bail them out with a reaching foul. And that's a tape job on that shoulder. Let's hope that's not going to impact on him after he goes back to his club. Another whistle away from the ball because of the mismatch. Gunnarsson had to foul. Paulsen, like Hermansson, plays in Pro A in France at Cholet. Wow, someone went to sleep. Easy two for Georgiev. Complete miscommunication. Paulsen has it early in the block. Cox with the pick. I don't know if he needed the pick. They get the switch. Great rotation defensively. Bulgaria have a chance. They have 5 down the floor here. Just find the open man. Can't get the drop, but we'll go to the free throw line. Georgiev.
Skipting av Íslandi innan til með leikmann nummer 34, Tryggvi Snær Freinason.
Christopher Cox sits down. The minutes that they get off the bench from Iceland are going to be key. You know, it is a rotation. It is about coming in for just 2 or 3 minutes, but those 2 or 3 minutes are vital. So Cox does a nice job. Georgiev goes 2 for 2 from the line. Bulgaria chipping away at the lead, close it to a 4-point game. Iceland have a 1 second gap between shot and possession. And Hermansson has it. He's going to try and use every second of this possession. Probably go with about, well, 7 or 8 to go, which is now. And then you get Marinov with a very weak foul. Hermansson really did execute it well, to be fair. Set him up. Marinov tried to play the screen. So Hermansson goes to the free throw line to add to his already substantial individual total. 15 of the 27 Icelandic points. Doesn't get the second to drop. I don't believe your score caption is correct. It's more than that. Three's away, and good! Did they get it away? They're gonna check to see if they got it away. end of quarter one. Iceland have the lead. We're going to check that caption. I think the graphic is incorrect. Yeah, that caption, I'm still not convinced of that caption on the stats. The stats system I have in front of me has Iceland with a far bigger number. Just checking that right for you as we speak, as you get to see some highlights.
Bulgaria number 23, starting by Bulgaria number 41, Iceland and Bulgaria.
I'm pretty convinced it's a 27 to
Bulgaria number 20, Shavdar.
I'm pretty convinced it's a 27 to 16 margin. I'm going to have to check that though. The great thing about that Icelandic performance, regardless of what they have as a score, it still shows it at 21-17. Well, we'll get that check for you. Paulsen penetrates, kicks, extra pass. Vincent goes up, he just finishes. Martin Hermansson just finishes. Beautiful little floater. I think the stat system that, well, we'll just check it. Let's not worry about it too much at the moment. Let's check it out at the halftime if it's still incorrect. Penetration and kick. Avramov with a three is no good. Chases down his own rebound. Nice find with a bounce pass. Marinov has it knocked away. We'll still retain possession. 7 on the clock. Nice quick release from the out of bounds is long. And at the moment, Rikard Paulsen is just putting together a game. Paulsen just to open the floor. They go upstairs to the ever reliable Hlinson, just hung around. Just lob it up there, he'll get it, and he did. Penetration as he goes to the middle, finds the open three, is good. When they attack it and draw the defense, getting a lot of rewards. Georgiev just adds to his personal total, goes to 7. Nice stroke from the corner. Paulsen collects, comes off Johansson's high screen, who repossessions. Hermansson, nice penetration, draws contact.
Personal foul number 12, Alexander Georgiev. His first.
Georgiev picks up the personal.
Bulgaria, number 20, Shavdar Kostov.
Minutes to go in the half. Nice and putting together a really decent first half. Paulsen penetrates in the lane, is fouled as he goes up. He'll go to the free throw line.
Personal foul, number 12, Alexander Georgiev.
Yeah, 1 on 3, and he ends up with the trip to the free throw line. That's not going to please Coach Minchev. And Georgiev picks up 2 quick fouls. Paulsen is off with the first. Really is putting together a performance. Not so much his points, it's just its overall contribution. He scoreboard in the arena has down to 25. The stats system, which all that's up to 32. Just have to check that. Ivanov can't get it to drop. Quick hands from Paulsen again, comes up with a steal, 4-on-3 break. And Hermansen only succeeded in trying to pass to the official. So Bulgaria dodged that bullet. No one seems very animated about the score, so let's go with the caption and the score in the gym. Wide open three for Kostov is long. And Paulsen again comes up with a positive stat. Hermansen, got to try and take it out of his hands. Nice pass, just about gathered in. And once it was, Sigurdsson completes the play. Beautiful feed. 8-point lead for Iceland. Vezenkov moves it on. Now he'll pick and pop. Wants it in the post now. Gets a little lob. Pass is so slow that the defense has a chance to recover. Vezenkov thinks about the quick three, turns it down. Marinov to the middle, goes with a runner. Can't get it to drop. Great work by Georgiev on the boards. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Substitution, Bulgaria on number 10, Pavel Marinov.
Son picks up the foul. Ivanov's going to sit. Meanwhile, on the free throw line, Alexander Georgiev. Give the contributions across the roster. Bulgaria were getting more than they got the other night. 1, 2, 7 guys already scored. And Georgiev picks up his 6th point. Paulsen needs a pass. Oh, and then Vezenko is going to be charged with a personal, which really frustrates him. Goes to the middle, comes across to help, and he's just going forward. Just needs to get there and stand. He was straight up. You're absolutely right, Alexander, but you were moving forward, therefore you did initiate the contact. Paulsen sits for the first time in the game. Nice contribution. He's replaced by Carl Johnson. Great cut. You can talk about the defense as much as you want, and it wasn't great, but Sigurdsson just set his player up and went. The pass was released perfectly. Georgiev finds a little separation, gets to the three-point line, doesn't want to shoot it now. He still wants to go to work on the dribble. Georgiev attacks it, space behind the defense is blocked. They called a foul though. Crowd don't like it, Helensson doesn't like it. Referee's correct though. May have been clean on the ball, but there was a foul there. He's trying to recover, there's a foul there where he puts his arm over the top of the lead arm. So Helensson picks up his 2nd personal. Georgiev on the free throw line again. Contribution, Georgiev, so far. 6.5 minutes on the floor. Very productive. Sigurdsson taking over point guard responsibilities. Well, Johnson straight off the bench. Hey, who cares? I'm going straight at it. The young point guard, no fear. Georgiev wide open for 3. Doesn't get the drop. Helensson comes down with the defensive rebound. Son puts it on the floor, gets to the keyway. Johnson attacks it. Needs a pass right now. Still 7 on the possession. Hermansson goes to work. The tough 2 is no good. Masenko has it, puts it on the floor. Halfway through this second quarter, 5 to go in the half. Marinov is fouled as he curled to the far side of the ring. Sigurdsson picks up foul number 1. Just drops it inside. Can't get the 2 to drop. Just post up by Marinov, but couldn't get it to drop. Open for 3, drops it. Fills it up from deep. And Iceland really have been very, very effective. They move the ball incredibly well. And Sigurdsson, with his feet set, just knocks the 3 down. It's very simple, hugely effective. And they have the big lead. Well, Iceland 4 from 6 from the 3-point line. Not taking many, but when they take them, are good. They're set 65%. More importantly, in many ways, after having real issues trying to stop the Czech Republic, they really have improved defensively. A lot of that will be down to Lian Song. 11 assists also for Iceland. That's a really nice ratio, assists to turnovers. The team's taking care of the ball. Iceland just doing a lot more with it. Iceland have the 12-point lead, halfway through the second. Again, the defense, Johnson really having an impact off the bench, really straight in, looking to be quick. Tries to get in front, Georgiev in the post. Foul called as Hermansson picks up the personal. That's foul number 2 for Hermansson. He'll make sure that's it for the half. Senko puts it on the floor. Good defense by Paulsen. Just took away his penetration. Nice kick. Georgiev with 3. Got it. And Georgiev's having a real game here. Gets it into single digits. Paulsen needs a pass. Finds one. Hermansson. Paulsen thinks about the 3. Going baseline. Tries to drop it inside. Cox just about handles it, now gets it, a little turn around, doesn't get the drop. Chance to run, and Marinov pushes, takes it all the way, takes the tough one, and 1. Coast to coast play, and if that's Hermansson's foul, that'll be 3. There's the bump, can only be Hermansson's foul, I assume. He's gonna have to sit with 3, and that just completely changes the complexion of the Icelandic offense. Georgiev will sit, quality minutes by him. Timeout Iceland. It's a 7-point game. And Marinov will be on the free throw line when they come back for the and 1. Goes into a 6-point game. If there's a team with momentum, it's Bulgaria. And with Hermansson sitting down, it's not a great time for Iceland. They've got to regroup. Great contribution off that Bulgarian bench. Now Georgiev has done a really nice job from that perspective. Georgiev had 12 personal off the bench. Played 8:49 so far, 3 from 4, 1 from 1. Really nice contribution. There's the replay of the last play. Hermansen already knows he's the guilty party on the foul. Bulgaria a chance to cut it to 6. 4 to go in the half. The one is long. Cox comes down with the defensive rebound, and Johnson has it. Johnson's had a nice contribution off that Icelandic bench. Johnson gets it, rips it through. Nice pass. Inside, outside, Sugatson for 3, fills it up. Well, you've got to give Cox credit for the pass and Johnson for just setting it up. It's great execution. Iceland sharing the basketball. What can I do for my teammate? Iceland in the penalty, so Bulgaria will go to the free-throw line. Knocks down the pair. Three wide open, straight line. Grangson put just confidence into this team. Far side of the ring, Lab is missed. 11-point Icelandic lead. Wilson just goes hard, just drops it to Cox. Bulgaria will come up, now they need a pass. Strong move to the hoop. Paulsen says, I have the ball, but had to have taken part of the arm as he collected that. Not really sure if Marinov was in control there, but Paulsen bows him out by reaching. Paulsen, a little bit of full court pressure by Bulgaria. Paulsen gets it over the halfway line around the sideline though. Survives that. Offensive foul. So again, some of the illegal screen, I think, was the signal from the official. In fact, no, he just pushed off. Defense entitled to the space on the floor. Sigurdsson picks up second fouls. And fouls becoming a little bit of an issue for Iceland. 9-point game. Well, Marinov is going to play football with it, but we'll keep it. 14-second reset. Marinov finds space. Through the traffic for 2. Dimitrov off the bench, on the score sheet, in the stats. Strong move. 7-point game. Oh, gets away with a big reach. Cox will hand off. Paulsen again. Nice skip. Johnson with his feet set is off with a 3. Great chase down. Paulsen moves it on. Sigurdsson with his feet set is off. Defensive rebound. 3-on-2 break. Just have to make the right decision. That's not the right decision. You've don't need an off-balance shot. You don't need a tough one. You can stop at the foul line and just stroke it. The Cox will back to the bench after and then another couple of crucial minutes. Have Ramov. Avramov checks back in. You still think he's going to explode, but he's not really ever jumped to that level that people thought he would. Still a very, very good basketball player, but seven-point advantage. Bulgaria on the end line. Rostov has it. Avramov will take the ball screen. 4 on the possession. Needs to go up. Threw up the prayer, not answered. Paulson will advance it. Paulson turns the corner, takes a little bump, can't get the drop. Bulgaria push. Marinov advances the ball. If you don't stop him, he'll take it in traffic. He's fouled. And that could be on Hillansson. Well, he was definitely involved in the play, yep. Third foul for Hillansson. He's been such a factor in the game. He cannot foul out from the team perspective. Really gives them another dimension. Marinov misses the first of the 2 shots.
For Bulgaria, number 13, Iceland and Bulgaria, och Iceland, nummer 14,
Marinov from sit, 5 points, all from the free throw line. Johnson getting extended minutes with Hermansson on the bench with the 2 fouls. Last minute of the half. Paulson again relieves the pressure. Paulson on a flare, gets the feet set for 3. In and out. Well, no one on the Bulgarian defense wanted the ball. 3 red shirts left it to each other. So Sigurdsson said, I'll have it. Little stop and pop from the foul line is no good. Defensive rebound is pulled in this time. Chance to run. Bulgaria looking to cut into this 6-point lead just before the half. Avramov just moves it. A little duck in. Lysenko doesn't get the drop. And now Iceland will try and hold for the last shot of the half. Sigurdsson. Gonna have to go now. Bulgaria had a foul to give. So heads up.
Number 13,
Velikov uses the foul. Iceland take the timeout. Very close on the glass, but the 7 offensive rebounds for Bulgaria have really given them the opportunity to get back in the game. Outworked Iceland on the glass in the second quarter. Bulgaria, and they need to get on the glass because at 35%, way under what they would want to be at. The extra trips to the free throw line, plus the offensive rebounding has kept Bulgaria in this. They only trail 6 with 6 seconds to go in the half. So 6 seconds for Iceland to increase on the 6-point lead. Do not want to foul. Do not want to foul. Crazy Dimitrov. Just presents Iceland with the 2 free throws with an opportunity to increase the lead. What on earth did he think he was doing? Made to pay from the first one as Eriksson knocks down the first free throw. Chance to make this an 8-point game. Probably at the half, although 3.4 seconds, more than enough time for Bulgaria to get a shot away. Substitutions coming in. Everybody who's got any fouls is taken out. 3.4 seconds to go to whole floor. Abramov takes the tough one. It's a no avail. And we've reached the half. And there's confirmation. Iceland have the 43-35 advantage at half-time here in Reykjavik. Nice first half by the home team. Really effective. There's the numbers, 53 and 55%. That's a nice return at the offensive end for Iceland. Bulgaria's 7 offensive boards have given them a lot of opportunities to stay in this. The team's taking reasonable care of the basketball. Only 5 turnovers for Bulgaria, 7 for Iceland. And the impact of Hilansson can be seen by the 5 blocks. He's changed shots. Done a really nice job on the inside. So we're going to, these highlights will show what a great start it was for Iceland. Outworked as well as outperformed Bulgaria, but then Bulgaria got a foothold in the game. And they've closed to a 8-point margin at the half, should have been 6. So we'll leave you with these highlights and we'll see you shortly in around 10 minutes in the second half. Which of these teams will get their first win and go joint second in the group? Join us again in 10 minutes to find out. We'll see you then.
Bulgaria number 23, standing by. He's starting the sets. Bulgaria. Bulgaria number 41, Alexander Bulgaria number 20, Shandar.
Well, welcome back to Reykjavik. Both teams back out on the floor. And those young Icelandic fans will be hopeful that the second half is a repeat of the first half. This Icelandic team came out, shot the ball really well. Martin Hermansson just picked up where he left off in the first game when they lost away in the Czech Republic. The contribution of Lanson on the inside, 15 minutes they got out of him, did a great job. Here's the foul trouble for Bulgaria. Georgiev with 2 is the only player who has more than 1. So it shouldn't really be an issue. Aka Paulsen, he of the much taped elbow, arm, shoulder, was excellent throughout the whole of that. He didn't score, it wasn't his scoring, it was never his scoring that what he gave to the team. And he has the 6 points on the 1 from 6, so that's not going to be anything to write home about. He's just always the guy relieving pressure, always the guy, it's one of those glue guys that you have on your team that really does make things work. When things aren't working for you, he's the guy that comes and is available. He's the guy that'll make the pass. He's the guy that really does put in the shift. So, makes a huge contribution. Obviously, Iceland playing out with John Stefansson, who you saw going off the floor. It's a huge contribution to try and make up for. Coach Pedersen will be very, very happy with the way his team has responded to that opening day loss in the Czech Republic. It's a great place to be a sports person at the moment. Iceland, as we talked about earlier on, the success of their soccer team and their Icelandic basketball team making the last 2 Eurobaskets. They're going to have major aspirations to get to the second round of the World Cup qualifiers. And then, the destiny's in your own hand. You've got 3 more teams to play. You just got to give yourself the opportunity to qualify. Well, as we said right at the beginning, very cold outside. -7. Locally, but on the inside it's warming up. This jockey doing a great job getting the crowd involved, and we're underway in quarter 3. And Hermansson will have a first look at it. 8-point lead for Iceland, 43-35. Great cut, Paulsen really read the defense inside outside. Hermansson gets it for the 3 is short, and this team want to play as a group. They share it so well. Lezenkov feels the help. Now he needs a pass, finds it. Krostov gets it to the baseline. Marinov tries to work his way in, turn around. The short 2 is good. Pavel Marinov had 15 in the home loss to Finland. This group's going to be very, very competitive, although the Czech Republic have started like a house on fire. 2 wins for them. Whoever wins this will join Finland on a 1-on-1 record. Hermansson, once he gets into that 2-point range, he pretty much doesn't miss. Restores the 8-point advantage. Try and force him to go the other way. Georgiev will hand off. Marinov looks at his options. Down screen for Senko. Nice find. Rostov open for 3. Can't complete. And those are the shots. Great ball movement, great execution. You just got to knock down the open one. Shugardsson, a nice first half. Gets it into the high post. Hermansson, they force him left this time. Shugardsson puts it on the floor, sees the drive lane. Paulsen gets to the middle. Gets it back to Sigurdsson. Feet set. Is short. Big defensive rebound. Chance to run. 2-on-1 break. Nice little finish. Oh, they blow it on the finish. I was just about to say, nice finish for Kristov. They just can't get it to drop. Hermansson going deep. Hermansson is surely fouled. Yes, he is. Nice drop step. Help was late. There's the help being late. And Krostov acknowledges the foul. Most fluid looking free throw action you've ever seen. Just got to line it up, just let it go. Way short on the second one. Comes up empty. If this is tight and Hansen is in the game, you know he's going to get fouled more as this game develops. Georgiev outside the three. Trying to bring Hansen out. He's going to have to step off Georgiev. Ball still belongs to Bulgaria. To go long. Marinov has it. Zenkov will hand it off. Oh, quick move. Nice little drive down the lane. And Stanislas Marinov cuts it to a 6-point game. Manson, a little bit of panache as the guard. Takes the high post screen, moves it on. Sigurdsson goes upstairs. And Manson goes up and finishes off the glass really well. Manson gets it in the block. Turnover, a little misunderstanding. Krostov tries to turn the corner. He's gone, just beautiful extension on the jump shot. Marinov fills it up, 5-point game, and Bulgaria just working their way back in this. Little push for two. They're going to turn it over again, and Iceland becoming a little bit loose with the basketball. Mariner moves it on. Puts it on the floor again. Fine ways to the hoop, but this is why they need to move Hillenson out of the middle. Just change his shots out there. Marinov spins, gets in the lane, leans one. That's why he's there. Just extends up and swats it away.
Number 41,
Zenkov chips away at the lead again. 5:30 in the third, 6 points personal for Zenkov. Only taken the 3 shots. Surely they'd like to get more production out of him. Hermansson in the lane, kicks. That'll be deflected, so that'll be okay for Iceland. Hermansson has it again. Stops, fires the 3, just fills it up from deep. He's got that real laid-back style. Oozes confidence. Bulgaria try and answer with a 3 the other way. Zenko doesn't get it to drop, but they do get the offensive rebound. Get a reset full team. Marinov goes inside. And he's fouled as they run the pick and roll. And then the Son really is a huge factor to the Valencia big man. Nice lift, extra pass, wide open, crossed off for three. Got it! It took him a while to recognize he was there, but once he did. And Bulgaria, if any team has momentum, it's them. Trying to extend the defense. Momentum trying to be made to work for this. Cox has it, gets it off. Johnson puts it on the floor, tries to turn the corner, can't do. Zenkov guards him, knocks it away, and he's going to be charged for the reach. Four-point game, 4:25 to go. Got another World Cup qualifier here that's really starting to build nicely. Johnson with a quick release on the three is off. Defensive rebound belongs to Stemma Marinov. Rostov goes deep into the block. Got to try and space, let him have somewhere to play. Kostov again, attacks it, steps through, goes off the glass, and one. Johnson says it's on the floor, but he doesn't have a great shirt on, so that doesn't matter. Picks it up. Carly Johnson picks up the personal. Chance to make this a one-point game. This is where the loss of experienced players like John Stephenson is really going to hurt you. This is when Iceland need to go smart. They need to find the right man with the basketball. Johnson has it. Herman's Son moves it on. Good ball movement. Johnson attacks the space. Nowhere to go. Cox has it. He'll travel with it. A little messy. Everyone's in the same space. And Bulgaria have a chance to lead. I'm pretty sure first chance to lead in a very, very long time. And just about recovers it. 5 on the possession. Settles for the three. Great work on the glass. Little ball fake, they're going to recycle for full team. Kostov says, no, we'll shoot it. Cox comes down with a defensive rebound. And Iceland still have a chance to increase the lead. Balson with a drive is no good, but the ball will stay with Iceland. Ranson nowhere to go, takes the tough one, leans back, offensive foul on the boards. Cox is going to be charged with a personal. Doesn't like it. You wouldn't expect him to, would you? Marinov will sit down. 2:57 to go in the third. Avramov joins the game. Zenkov moves it on. Marinov takes a tough one off the glass. What a clear out for him. Not sure of the call at all. Paulson looks at what he has. Cox slips the screen, wraps it. Johnson wide open, knocks down the three. This team want to share the ball. It doesn't matter who gets them. Whoever's open will get the shot. It's about the we, not the I. Mazenkov needs a pass. Paulson comes up with a steal. Back-to-back defensive plays by Iceland. Paulson just makes a good decision. Drops it to Cox for two. This team want to share it. They want the high percentage shot, and if they work like that, they'll get it. They lead it. Back out to a 5-point game. Bulgaria take the timeout. Some of the good work undone.
Hey, if we play fists, Crystal, you're going to be down here, all right? So Tricky will be here. We pass it across after we screen down, okay? Tricky, if they wait for it, if they follow you, look to curl it. Otherwise, into the ball screen and then to the hoop, lifting, okay? Hiker, you play this spot.
I think there's more timeout for Bulgaria just to break that little spell that Iceland had responded with after they closed it to 1. Slip it out to 6. And nice job by Coach Minchev to try and take the momentum away from that Icelandic team, re-establish where they want the ball to go, and get it deep. Great block. Cox played great defense, would not give the offense an opportunity to step past. Johansson. 1:36 to go in the third. Iceland trying to rebuild that lead. Manson gets inside the three-point line, skips, and Cox wasn't ready. You've got to think he's thinking that Hermansson's going up to shoot it. Manson tried to find him on a little curl. There's Stefansson. He's a legend. That's the only way to describe him. He's a legend of Icelandic basketball. At the highest level of club basketball, really helped establish Iceland in the Eurobasket final stages. Got a foul on the play. Reaching foul. And if that's Hermansson, that's his full foul. But I don't think so. Cox is being charged with a personal. Avramov moves it on. Drive lane opens up. Got to shoot the ball. Ball will stay with Bulgaria. 4 seconds on the possession. But Dimitar Dimitrov just going to take it up strong. Rostov extra pass. Wide open for 3 is off. Rostov gets the rebound and puts the short 2 back as Ivanov's 3 was way long. They really needed to tick it over then. Paulsen going baseline, help comes, goes up in traffic, draws contact, off balance. Just got to stay disciplined as you help. Ivanov went for the glory of the steal as opposed to taking the space away, as you'd expect the help to. Paulsen on the free throw line. Rostov's going to sit. He'll get the 34 seconds and the quarter break. Paulsen's work from the free throw line continues to impress. Last 30 seconds of this third quarter. Third quarter seen Bulgaria get right back in it. Got an offensive foul and another mental lapse by Bulgaria. Just gives a freebie to Iceland. Chance to hold for the last shot. of this third quarter. 24.5 seconds to go. Iceland have the 6-point lead. Chance to make it 8 or 9. That's one of those just mental. You got to say it's a mental mistake to even consider doing it. Hermansson is going to try and use as much as he can. Everybody knows what's happening here. You just got to try and, offensively, you want a shot you want. Defensively, you got to protect. You got to try and get that shot to be as tough and from an area of the floor that you want, not that the offense wants. Hermansson, little hesitation, draws contact and will go to the free throw line. And again, poor defense by Dimitrov. Hermansson will go to the free throw line. Went 15 for 15 in game one. And there's not a person in the gym who doesn't expect him to go 2 from 2 from the line right now. 4.3 seconds left in the quarter, more than enough time for Bulgaria to go down the floor and get a shot. I don't think Martin Hermansson even considers missing a free throw. Knocks down the first. Two for two. Well, he's going to sit. There's no way they want him involved for 4.3 seconds. No foul to give, though. They're going to have to go up the floor and try and make them work for it. Well, it's got to go. Goes from the halfway line. That'll do it for the third quarter. Bulgaria closed it to as close as 1 point. Iceland opened it out to an 8-point lead. They lead it 61 to 53 at the end of 3. One of the keys that's really becoming evident in these World Cup qualifiers is that teams, well, both these teams are almost in that place, but you know your personnel. You know where each of your personnel can be effective, and then you give them the ball in that situation. And the team have to understand that. You've got a group of experienced players that come together, got to understand roles, and both these teams know and try to get the shots they want as opposed to the shots the defense would love them to have. Hermansson's having a great tournament already, points-wise, but he's done a marvelous job in this game at sharing the ball. 4 assists, as well as actually just running offensively, running it really well. So Bulgaria get the first look in the fourth quarter. They're down 8. They need to just play by play. No point trying to get all this in one go. Strong move, needs a pass. 3, a tough one from the corner. Just buried it. Well, the ball touched the keyway. That's the most important thing, so it was coming out. And Marinov finding that hot hand in the second half. Goes to 12 points personal, 2 from 3 from beyond the arc. Bulgaria trying to make the most of Hermansson's absence on the floor. Oh, nice pass. Sigurdsson throws it out of bounds. The back cut was perfect. Just got to find the pass coming off it. Chance to cut the 5-point lead again for Bulgaria. Nice start this would be to the fourth if they can execute on this trip. Malinov will move it on. Ivanov Again, takes an early one. Oh, the three from Paulsen is way short. Zeng with a three is long. Dodged the bullet there, giving him a wide open look. Seven on the possession. Marinov, he's feeling it at the moment. Five's going to put this up. Tries to get to the far side of the ring. Can't complete. Great work on the glass and one. Georgiev, as he's done the whole game, just worked harder. Linson made the shot change for Marinov, but Georgiev was the man working harder than anybody. Chance to make this a 2-point game. 8:30 to go in the game, and Bulgaria can't complete. Still a 3-point game. Georgiev just looks to the sky and just shakes the head. Romanson restored. Paulsen, who's getting a lot of touches. Personal productivity isn't great. Turnover. Chance to run, and Bulgaria have numbers here. Nice wrapped pass. Open three is no good. Georgiev had position, but got outworked. Romanson slows again. Sigurdsson. 5 on the possession. Sigurdsson's got to go up. Stops and pops the two. It's long. Linson comes down with the offensive rebound, and there's a new 14. Romanson in the lane for two is fouled. He'll go to the line. The defensive play is just not over until you get the rebound.
That's his third.
Georgiev picks up foul number 3, 7:37 to go in the game. Lots of palms up. There's the push. Can you have a complaint about that call? It's hands on the shoulder, pushing the offensive player. He sits down, replaced by Vangelov. Vangelov gives a little bit more size in there. Whatever he gives the quickness. Fillet. Vangelov, 2 meters 12, number 16. Second one is good. Iceland just keeping their margin ticking over. Back to a 5-point game. Marinov in the lane is fouled by Paulsen. No, he's not. He's fouled by Cox. Cox picks up the first one, his third foul. Bulgaria just cannot get over the hump. 5-point deficit with the basketball. Ivanov. Well, he gives it up this time. Zenkov, well, he had the opportunity to attack it and shoot. Great work by Cox to chase it down, goes up. Not the smartest fouling word by Ivanov as Cox was under the ring. Still only the 6-point lead. Bulgaria still in touch. A little out of control. When you're out of control, get Alexander Zenkov the basketball. He'll calm it down. Zenkov just doesn't get enough touches. Penetration by Marinov is fouled. Maybe a hard foul. I guess that's an unsportsmanlike foul. Paulsen picks up his third personal. That'll be the third team foul for Iceland. Bulgaria have 2, 6:51 to go. Enormous amounts of time. Oh, oopsie doopsie to the far side for Pavel Marinov. Just scoops it up. Paulson played good defense. Manufactured the shot. 4-point game. No need to go crazy and foul here. Sigurdsson for 3 is off. Vezenkov keeps it up. No chance to steal that one. Inside-outside penetration. Marinov can't make the 3. Great job by Vezenkov to keep it alive. A new full team. Ivanov has it, gets it off to Pavel Marinov. In traffic, is blocked and unceremoniously blocked. 1-on-2 penetration. Well, Marinov know when to kick it to the open man. Baklinov will sit. Still trying to get over the hump. Iceland still holding on. Hermansson kicks it off. The 3 is off. A little flat, came under the radar. Didn't worry the scorer too much. Great work on the offensive boards, but they can't complete again. And the last 2 or 3 possessions have been hero time. And great job by Cox on the break. Great lead pass. And Bulgaria have just gone away from sharing it. And it almost looks now like every guy's trying to win it on his own. Iceland share it so well still. They up to a 6-point lead. Vezenkov is fouled on the closeout. Hermansson will pick up foul number 4 as Alexander Vezenkov. Like he was bearing down on an easy 2. That'll be the 4th team foul though. Still half the quarter to go. That could be a factor. Bulgaria still have 1 to give. Timeout. Iceland just want to regroup a little bit, I think. Just trying to deal with the Hermansson foul situation. Let's take a listen to coach. Marinov going to the hoop. If he gets the open look, it's fine. But subsequently, they're still taking it down there. When the defense is there, when the shot block is there. Then they were sharing it earlier on, giving it to the open guy on the perimeter. I would hope that's what's being said in that timeout. Share the basketball. They've got more than enough time to get back in there. 66-60. Marinov penetrates, kicks. The open 3 is short. Well, the challenge 3 on that one. And Acox comes down with it. Martin Hermansson in his time, his own time, just sets the tempo for Iceland. Paulson, always the release guy, always coming up open. Paulson penetrates. The extra pass, Hermansson is fouled on the penetration. Guy can play. Martin Hermansson can play. Great behind the back, created the contact. That'll be the 4th team foul for Bulgaria. Both teams in the penalty now. Still a long time to go, 4:35. Hermansson. We'll try and get it out of his hands. Howson has it now. Cox with the ball screen. He'll roll. Howson throwing it to perhaps his mum's in the crowd. He's looking at the referee to say, hey, you know, I wouldn't throw it that far. It was obviously a hit as I was trying to make the pass. But nothing untoward from where I'm sitting. Marinov. We'll tick this one over for Bulgaria. Get back to sharing the basketball. We'll take the ball screen. Gonna move it out that. See what opportunities to create advantage. Lezenkov will set the screen. Now he rolls. Lezenkov's got to be much more assertive at this part of the game. Open for three. It's good. And again, everybody in a red uniform touched it. That's got to be the answer for Bulgaria. They trail 3 with 3:55 to go. We've got another FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifier going down to the wire. Hermansson tries to go upstairs. Chance to run for Bulgaria. They share it really well. Foul as Georgiev goes up. Cox acknowledges. Georgiev will go to the free throw line to make it a 1-point game. Far away from being almost an unsportsmanlike. Maybe got enough of the basketball to avoid that. Georgiev. Georgiev makes a second. It's a 2-point game. Substitutions coming in for Bulgaria. Georgiev been by far the most productive. Bulgarian at the moment, 14 points personal. We'll take Hermansson off the point. Sigurdsson has it. Hermansson will come off the screen. Here he is. And what they can't do is foul him. Deep on the shot clock, 7 seconds. Nice pass inside Cox, inside outside. Paulson attacks it, over passes. The ball will belong, well, it would have belonged to Iceland. That's a 24-second violation. Howson had the shot, as he says. I'm sure he's saying I should have shot it. This is when he should have shot it. There is no pass there. Bulgaria, a chance to tie a lead on this possession. 3:11 to go. Having lost the opening game by a narrow margin. They trail this one by 2. Nice find, extra pass to the corner. Kostov and Bulgaria take the lead with 2:52 to go in the 4th. And they have not led for such a long time in this game. I don't think they've led since early in the 1st. Sharing the ball works. Ripped through. Cox is fouled as he tried to get to the far side of the ring. Krostov acknowledges, and Cox will go to the free throw line. Christopher Cox, who had a good night in the opening game. His minutes have been really adversely affected by Linnesson's addition to the roster, but he's in there at the end of the game, and he's being productive again. Ties the game with the first one. 12 points in the game day 1 loss. Well, we've got a new ball game. 2:30 to go in the 4th, and we're tied up at 67. Marinov in the lane. Tough shot off the glass for 2. Don't see your friend the backboard. Kisses it off the glass, and Bulgaria lead by 2. Sigurdsson. A lot of dribble, not a lot of pass. Hermansson has it now. The issue now is you know where it's coming from. Sigurdsson rips through, misses the bunny of a layup. Good challenge on the shot to at least challenge the shot. Bulgaria a chance to increase the lead. Marinov needs a pass. Zenkov just about hangs on. Oh, they just attack the closeouts, taking it strong to the ring, don't get the drop. And the ball will belong to Iceland. Look at the crowd, they're living every moment. .135 to go, 2-point game. Iceland with the ball, have a chance to tie or lead it. Hermansson, they can't leave him alone, especially once he gets inside the lane. Gets inside that 2-point line. Paulsen, skip pass. Johnson steps through, off balance. Bulgaria come down with it. Zenkov becoming a bigger factor across the stats line as this game develops. Well, way short. Great work to hustle, great work to chase it down in the lane, and that's how you get rewarded for hard work. Marinov just did not stop playing, chased down the missed shot, and then they end up with that foul. And Pavel Marinov will go back to the free throw line. Chance to increase the lead to 4. Strokes the first. Two from two, and Iceland now faced with a 4-point deficit. They'll take the timeout. 2-possession game. Where do you go? What do you do? This is when coaches earn the money. Well, here Linderson, I would really seriously think about putting him back in. They've gone straight down the gut. That Icelandic defense since he's not been in the game. Images of what it means to be in the qualifiers, the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And this is Iceland. This is Iceland trying to defend their house, trying to defend home court with a 4-point deficit. Less than a minute remains. 3 is gone. Sigurdsson nails it. We got a 1-point game. Sigurdsson just gets his feet set, knocks it down, and they drag themselves back in it. Marinov. There's help there. There's not a lot of space to penetrate to. Here comes the help. Mid-range jump shot is good. 3-point game. Now it's only a 1-possession game, though. Paulsen has it. Sigurdsson. Got to go sooner than this, because if they don't make it, there's not a lot of time left in the game. Paulsen behind the back. Fumbles it. Bulgaria confirming it's their ball. They'll take the timeout. They lead by 3. 8 seconds after the Powson turnover. Let's take a listen to this. Well, Marinov with 18, Georgiev with 16, Krostov 13, Marinov with 12. That's the way they share the basketball. Good percentages, shots they want. Well, Hermansson's stepping out of the game. You can understand why, from one perspective, that he cannot pull the fifth foul. If they do happen to steal it, he's still their most efficient offensive player. 16 seconds left in the game. 3-point lead for Bulgaria. Well, they get it in. Fouled straight away. Kari Johnson. Marinov will go to the free throw line. One shot will make it a two-possession game with 15.4 on the clock. This is huge for Iceland. Losing at home against a team you've got to beat. You've got to beat. Obviously, you have to beat a team where you've identified those teams at the start of the group and say, well, we have to beat Bulgaria at home. That's one of those games that it have said. Iceland would have said, we've got to beat Bulgaria at home. Bulgaria, if we can pick on a away win up here, we're in great shape to be in the top three. First one is no good. 15.4 is an eternity. Expect Bulgaria to foul if they do not make this second throw. Got a box out. And Linson comes up with a defensive stop. Iceland will take the timeout. They have pretty much 14 seconds or so to take this to overtime or get the win. One possession game. Or is there a timeout? They want the decision reviewed. In the last 2 minutes of the game, you can do that. Referees have to make sure they get it right. It's more important to make sure it's right, even if it takes a little longer. But a referee can choose to review. Big call. Yeah, call stays the same. So Iceland take the timeout. If you're Bulgaria, do you foul? If you foul, you'll send Iceland to the free throw line, which means they can only make the two. Obviously, there's time left in the game, though. It becomes a free throw competition. And that's not really the ideal way to decide it, but that's part of it. I can't believe that Bulgaria will not try and steal, therefore potentially foul on the inbound pass. $14.1 Seconds to go. Iceland with possession. Do they get the three away? Do they take it to the bucket? Do they take the first thing they have? Becomes academic if Bulgaria foul on the catch. There's the foul. As long as you're in front, trying to reach for the basketball, it won't be unsportsmanlike. Ivanov takes one for the team. Only 2 ticks came off the clock though. Got to make the free throws first. Let's get the priority right if you're an Icelandic fan. Sigurdsson makes the first. First free throw of the evening. It's 2 for 2. Bulgaria take the timeout. It's a 1-point game. No, they don't take the timeout. It's just a substitution. 12.7. Got to at least get after the inbound pass. And then they foul in the corner. Not totally sure of the logic, but again, only 2 seconds dropped off the clock. These have sent Alexander Zenkov to the free throw line, pull some fouls out. Zenkov needs, well, he definitely needs 1. Because 11 points, if he gets 2, they're in great shape. They can just foul. If he only makes 1, they can't afford to foul. There's Zenkov. Rattles in the first one. Big free throw. 7 points personal. Still don't think he's really assertive enough on this team. Chance to make it a 3-point game, which he does. No timeouts now. Hermansson kicks it. Extra pass in the corner. Sigurdsson gets the 2. I think it was touched. 1-point game. 2.8 seconds to go. Well, Bulgaria have the 1 timeout left. I'm pretty sure they only gave that the 2 for the obvious reason.
Listen. If he makes the second one, we run free throw fast break. Okay? So Linner, Trigby, Martin, Jakob. Okay? And then Loy. Okay, Loy's inbounder. Jakob's gonna go. It's gotta be a long pass.
Got to give Bulgaria so much credit for this. Down and under a lot of pressure in this game. They've stayed with it. Just worked their way back in. Zenko is fouled. Clock still ran on. There's more than a second left when the whistle was called, I believe. Yeah, 1.7 back on. Alexander Vasenko to try and ice this game. And some fouls out. Another good night at the office. 9 from 13 from the field is a great night at the office. fact, I think they're going to recheck the clock again. Again, the important thing is to be right. If it takes a little time, great. Get the right call. That's why the technology is there. This one is good. If you had to choose anyone from that Bulgarian lineup, you pretty much would go with Vezenkov. There's 2 for 2. Got to get the 3. They've got a chance. Sigurdsson doesn't get it. And Iceland come up short at home. And Bulgaria trailing most of the game. Backs against the wall. Found a way to win. That's a tremendous game of basketball. It's a tremendous comeback by Bulgaria in that second half. And Bulgaria will go to 1-1 in this group. Iceland will drop to 0-2. But hey, this group is tight. The Czech Republic lead it. Southampton comes back. Iceland will become a stronger unit in the second competition window. It's a tremendous performance by Bulgaria, though. Must have struggled to regroup after the narrow loss at home to Finland on game day 1. But they shared the ball. There was that little flat period in the fourth quarter where individuals decided to try and win it on their own. Then it became a team again. Shared the ball, open shots, did a great job as a group, and come up with a win. They thank the fans. There's some traveling Bulgarians in the gym. There they are. The trip to Iceland. The fight against the -7 temperature outside. It won't feel like -7 when they leave the gym tonight. It'll feel almost tropical. There's the numbers. The only numbers that really matter, 77 to 74. But Bulgaria did a nice job on the glass. But just shot the ball in that second half. Shot the ball really well. Only 8 turnovers. Their control of possession became the crucial factor. 17 turnovers for Iceland. A couple of key turnovers down the end of the game were decisive as Iceland start the World Cup qualification with an 0-2 start. Manson again had a really nice game. And Linson really did add something to Iceland. Here are the scorers. Marinov, Georgiev, and Krostov. 4 or 5 guys, in fact, in double digits for Bulgaria. They really did share the points. Well, that's a tremendous road win for them. Here's the confirmation of the Group F table after this game in Reykjavik. The Czech Republic with a perfect 2-0 record. Iceland 0-2. Hey, but we all get back together again in February. The competition window 2. We'll see Iceland re-energized. You know, if they get wins there, they're right back in it. Top 3 will qualify and go to the second round. This Bulgarian team, when they moved the ball, shot the ball well. Pace of the game was very much to favor them. And while they don't have huge size on the inside, they did protect the ring really well at times. Johnson was good coming off the bench for Iceland. They couldn't quite put Bulgaria away. And after plays like this, the late surge by Bulgaria saw them get the win on the road. A win on the road that gives them a 1-1 record. Well, that's the end of play in this group for competition window 1. Bulgaria get themselves right back in contention We'll leave you the rest of these highlights, but for now, it's goodbye from Reykjavik. We'll see you soon.